Welcome back to Asinine Radio, a weekly podcast where we talk about music, and, well, that's pretty much it. So, let's go!
This is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into a different band, different artist, and we listen to all of their records, and then we rank them from worst to best. We also give our biggest banger from each of them if we have a banger, and maybe some stinkers here and there. I don't know. But before we do that, we get into our 6 Degrees of Tom DeLonge. If you don't know what that is where we connect the artist band of the week to our boy Tom DeLonge. So while you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars and 5 stars only. All the social media is at Asinine Radio. We have a phone number you can call. You could shoot us a text, leave us a voicemail. The phone number is 503-893-5307. And we have a Discord server. If you want to join that, let us know. We'll send you the link. And that's all I have for the boring intro. So what do you have for 6 Degrees of Tom DeLonge, if you did it?
I didn't do it because I felt like we just did this.
We just did what?
I felt like because like the one I was thinking of was Fred from Taking Back Sunday, and then he was a touring guitarist for Say Anything. Like I feel like I just did that one.
I don't think you did.
I did because that's what I thought of. There's no way I would have put that connection that fast.
You did the Say Anything thing recently, but it wasn't through Fred. It was through somebody else.
No, it was for sure through Fred, and then it was through Taking Back Sunday, and then it was. But then I don't know who it was before that. I don't know why we would have done it. I would have done it.
I don't know either.
Don't you go to my fucking pod rankings and then see why? That's what you have to do right now? Are you joking my ass?
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Well, I did not do it this week either, so let's move on.
Phantom Planet? Maybe it was through Phantom Planet. I somehow got
Was
to
it?
Taking Back Sunday.
Huh.
I swear I just did this one. So
yeah, I don't remember.
Well,
but anyway, let's move on to the rankings since we were both negligent this week, especially you, because I did 2 last week. You did 0. But
I did one last week.
No, you didn't.
I did 3.
You did 0. You did bullshit.
What, you
Get the fuck out of here.
Tabs over here? You got a notebook?
I got notebooks everywhere.
Come on.
All right, so Brand New have 5 records. So like I said, we're gonna rank the 5 records.
It's so dumb.
It's not even funny. It's not even funny.
It's so stupid.
So why are we laughing? It's really not funny.
You're gonna start saying it out of people. Come on.
It's really not. Oh my god. Okay. 5 records, Brand New. They have 5 records. We're gonna start with their worst. So what do you got, Jeff, for number 5? Go.
Yeah, they have 2 worse. My bottom 2, I did not enjoy whatsoever. But my bottom is The Devil and God Are Raging Inside Me. Their 3rd album, 2006. This one was tough. This one was tough because I listened to it 1.5 times because halfway through the first time, I was kind of like cleaning the garage, and I have no problem listening to music while cleaning the garage. It's not like a mind-consuming task.
Yeah.
Is that mind-consuming? What the fuck?
No, I wouldn't say mind-consuming. I would say, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
It's not a very focused, task.
Yeah.
Mindless. It's a mindless task.
Yes, exactly. So there's no reason why I shouldn't be. There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to pay. Dude, English is bad
I know.
tonight.
Dude, pod talking is really difficult today.
There's no reason that I wasn't able to focus on the album, and halfway through I realized I was not listening at all. So I started it over, and then I kind of slowed down the cleaning, and then again I fucking swear to God, dude, again at the end of this album I still have no fucking idea what I listened to. I thought this was incredibly boring. I thought there was nothing about this that stood out to me. And this is coming off the first 2 albums, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And this is, I was just like, wow, this is bad. This is trash. I hate this. Didn't like it.
Wow.
It's whole.
Okay, fine. So you have no banger. That's fine, I guess.
Fuck no, I have no bangers from this trash.
All right, my my 5B, their worst album, easily their worst album, is Science Fiction. Science Fiction came out. When did it come out? 2017. Yeah, 2017. Man, it's a long album. There's nothing memorable about this. I got 5 songs in. I didn't even know where I was at. Nothing stands out. There's nothing catchy about this. I'm not a lyricman, so that didn't stand out to me, obviously. I mean, I know this album was panned quite a bit by fans. But yeah, dude, it's boring. Just boring stuffs. So I got no
Good.
banger. I don't even have a stinker because I just don't remember anything being
Good.
bad. Just straight up boring. So Science Fiction is their worst record. So what do you got for number 4? Go.
Science Fiction, baby, their 5th album.
There you go.
Like
there
you said,
go.
this is fucking long. But if you look at it, it's like 5 minutes longer than The Devil and God Are Raging Inside Me.
Is it
That's
really?
it. That's it. It's
Oh,
like one
shit.
song. It's just this one feels long. There's just too many songs in here that just are too long, and they don't need to be that long. Like the songs don't need to be 5-6 minutes. They could easily be 2-3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes long. That's fine. There's parts of this album though that I felt were a little Nine Inch Nails sounding, kind of
Really? Okay.
kind of like that. And what I've noticed a lot about Brand New is each album sounds a lot like a different band. And
Yeah,
this is
true.
one that I got. That's just one part of this album that I got. Overall, I thought it was just kind of like meh indie rock that I just didn't care about. I don't have a banger. And the only reason why this one is higher than The Devil and God Are Raging Inside Me
That's insane.
was just because I did like the last song on this one I remembered, but it was like 9 minutes long, that last song. So I think it was just a repetitive thing over and over and over and over. But fuck, man, these 2 albums are brutal.
Wow, I can't believe you really hated Devil and God.
Absolutely hated it.
All right.
Absolutely.
So my number 4 is Deja Entendu, second record from 2003. This one is a fan favorite, and I don't understand why. I think overall this album's kind of boring. It doesn't really. There's a few songs that are really fucking good, but overall it doesn't really go anywhere. I think it's kind of up its own ass. There's just nothing here. I just don't see the appeal in it. I mean, it has to be the lyrics, and I mean, we'll talk about it more on the main episode, but I feel like that's what people like most about this band are Jesse Lacey's lyrics and not really the music. But yeah, dude, because there's really not a lot here on this record, and the titles are so fucking long. It's so annoying. But my favorites, I have 2 favorites on this album. The Quiet Things That No One Ever Knows. I mean, fucking the way that song just the big soaring chorus is back into the fast palm muted guitar is just it's perfection, and it's so fucking catchy. It's damn fucking catchy. Love that song. Hate the title, but love the song. And then also Guernica. I think that's how you pronounce it. That's another one it's one of the catchiest songs on the whole record. It might be the catchiest song on the whole record. But yeah, those 2 are definitely the standouts, the big bangers. I do also like the other single, The Sick Transit Gloria, another stupid title, but still a good song. Slower, but it's still a solid song.
Okay.
But overall, Deja Entendu, I don't get it. I don't get why people love this album so much. Hopefully we'll get some hate from it. But anyway, let's move on. What's your number 3? Go.
My number 3 is Daisy, their 4th album, 2009. Album of the week, baby.
All right, my number 3 is The Devil and God Are Raging. Wait, is that the full title? The God Are Raging Through Me or Inside Me.
Inside Me.
I always see another long fucking title. They need to get over
Dumb.
themselves. This is like not a polished version of Deja. It's just a more exciting version of Deja Entendu. There's faster songs. There's just better instrumentation. I just think overall better songs. One of their best songs is on this record, and it's the song "The Archer's Bows Have Broken." And I mean, I think the first time I heard that song, that song just like blew me away. Just that guitar riff, wait, I can't even try to sing it right now.
No,
It's just
it's
that
good. Keep going.
that guitar part is so simple and so catchy, and just the kind of the drum beat is just really drives the song so fucking well. I love that song, and I'm probably basic for saying it, but the song Jesus Christ, that is just a beautiful song, just a beautiful song. But yeah, the devil and God are raging inside of us, or whatever the stupid title is.
Stupid. Who cares? Move on.
I honestly don't go to. I really don't go back to this record that often. I only really ever listen to it because Tammy likes Brand New a lot, and she listens to this record a lot. This is her favorite record. Ooh. So I've heard this album so many times because of her, and she loves it. But she loves his lyrics. She's always loved his lyrics. And then she said, actually, we'll get into it more when we get into the main episode about Jesse Lacey. But yeah, The Devil and God. That's my number 3. So what do you got for number 2?
Deja Intendi.
See, I thought you would hate this record.
2003. I thought I was going to also as well. But I really enjoyed this. So coming into this, I really only knew the Maradona versus Elvis versus Me versus the World versus Scott Pilgrim song.
Maradona? So like the soccer player?
That's what it is.
That's Madonna, isn't it?
No, the song is about the soccer player. The song is like Me versus Maradona versus Elvis. It's
is it
him
Maradona?
Describing. It's Jesse Lacey describing him becoming like washed up and a nobody and like Elvis. Elvis died from a drug overdose and then Diego Maradona was a drug addict, right? And like beat his wife and shit, and one of the greatest Argentinian soccer players of all time.
Yeah, one of the greatest soccer players of all time. I never realized it was Maradona. I've never paid that much attention to that song.
It's so like coming into this brand new listen through, I only knew that song off the top of my head. And that's a song I've playlisted ever since like high school. I've always loved it. I think it's a great song. But the first half of this album kind of gave me this idea of trying to be something of their first album, but then like a little bit more calm and emo. And the best way I can kind of like describe it was this is their attempt at doing like a Pinkerton, something vastly different, something that they thought was going to be very deep, something they thought was going to be mind-blowing and get their fans like, holy fuck, I can't believe you're this complex. But I didn't get it. And I was like, okay, this is very underwhelming. It only took like the last couple songs. I thought, okay, these past couple songs are really dope. I like it. And I listened to the album again because the last couple songs made me think maybe I missed something here. And so I did. I listened to the album again. And as this album progresses,
I remember you said you were going to listen to it again, and that's why I thought you were going to hate it.
Dude, it digs into you. It really digs into you. And it takes a couple listens to kind of truly understand what's going on here. And like lyrically, okay, I didn't dive into the lyrics at all. But there's a lot of solid melodies. There's a lot of like coolie. There's a lot of really cool like song structures that both play into nostalgia, but then also very slightly like complex. And I think there's a lot going on in this album that even itself doesn't give itself enough credit for. I think there's a lot of really cool things because he can write really complex songs. He can write really cool stuffs. And this is like their best album at being adult and then not like taking it too far. This is like kids trying really hard. This is like their Pinkerton. This is them trying really hard to write something complex. Yeah. And it doesn't quite hit the mark, but it's super endearing and it's childish. But I think it's fantastic. I think it's great. I would buy this on the vinyls for sure. And it ends on the acoustic track, dude. Fucking solid. Come on. you end me on an acoustic song? I'm there.
You're there. All right. So my number 2 is Your Favorite Weapon, their first record from 2001. I've never gone back to really listen to this record really at all. Like I've maybe listened to it twice in my, since it came out. And I don't know why, because this week I listened to this album 3 times this week.
Oh,
I fucking loved this record. So good. I couldn't believe how good this one was. I don't know why I never went back to it. I think it's because Tammy never listens to this one. She knows nothing about this record. So I've never thought about going back and listening. And I've been missing out. This is like a more mature, dare I say better Taking Back Sunday of this era of Tell All Your Friends. I think it's a better version of Tell All Your Friends. Like if you're going to put those two albums up next to each other, this is a better record. The only thing that Tell All Your Friends has is the nostalgia with a couple of the songs on that one, but this overall is a better record. Like this takes like the emo, the 90s emo, and just makes it's just so fucking good. This, I just could not believe how good this record was. I don't have a banger right now because I'm still kind of getting off that high, and I still have to kind of I need more listens to kind of differentiate between all the songs and really choose one that I really, really like, because they're all really fucking good. So I just don't have a banger off of this one.
You can put this at number 1. That's fine. It's okay.
I don't want to put it. No,
it's okay if your rankings change. That's not a big deal. I don't know.
My rankings did change.
I don't know.
This has always been like my least favorite.
I don't know if you've ever picked an album of the week thinking it was going to be your favorite, and then like during the rankings, like, oh wow, this is not my favorite album. I don't think it's ever happened. I think it'll happen one day.
No, it has.
But I don't
No,
think
it's happened. It's happened.
Fine.
It's happened.
That's fine. This could have been
It's
the week, but
definitely
you
happened.
That's not a big deal.
It happened like a month ago. We did something a couple months ago or a month ago.
Oh sure, there we go. Yeah.
There was. I can't remember what it was, but it did happen. It does happen. This fucking guy. All right. So yeah, your number 1 is obviously your favorite weapon, and my number 1 is Daisy. So what do you got on your favorite weapon?
Pretty much like everything you said. Even though I do think like Tell All Your Friends is not better, I think it's more fun. I think Tell All Your Friends is just strictly fun. It's just there's no business. It's all party, and like those. It's John Nolan, man. Because my favorite song on this album is Magazines, and that was the only one that was co-written by John Nolan, and that is just super fucking catchy. But it's subtly aggressive. I think that's what makes like early Taking Back Sunday is crazy like pop punky catchiness with a subtle aggression, and this album does that perfectly. This is just solid guitar-driven melodies, but again, very pop punky with some really rad vocal harms. But man, those guitars are crunchy. They're aggressive. They're very post-hardcore sounding, which they'll just turn up later on, which is super dope. But fuck, man, this was unreal. I cannot believe how good this album was.
Well, I felt like I heard a lot of Fugazi on this one too. Like that emo, I guess post-hardcore as well, but that emo post-hardcore that Fugazi did a lot. Like on Red Medicine. Like Red Medicine reminds me a lot of this record as well.
They said they took a lot of inspiration from these bands, and one of them was Fugazi. Fuck that. I don't hear none of that shit here. I hear just a bunch of like emo kids that were probably listening to At the Drive-In, because I hear a lot of At the Drive-In Daisy. So
yeah, there was At the Drive-In as well.
But
not Relationship of Command. Like I hear earlier At the Drive-In, like In Casino Out or Acrobatic. I hear more of that than I do Relationship.
Yeah, very aggressive guitar tones, very jarring melodies, but are kind of pleasant, but have these kind of like subtle nuance to it. And this is like the beginning of the Taking Back Sunday brand new feud. So man, that's fun.
Yeah,
and this album precedes Taking Back Sunday. So
does it really? I guess so, right? Because Taking Back Sunday came out or Tell All Your Friends came out in 2003, right?
Yeah,
maybe 2002.
Their first was like 2000, like a year after this, essentially.
So yeah, it's okay. 2002. That makes more sense.
So like this is, I don't know. This is Taking Back Sunday before Taking Back Sunday. That's what this is.
Yeah, it all makes sense. They're all intertwined. They've all been in bands together. Obviously, Jesse was in Taking Back Sunday. But
and I mean, this is I don't know, man. I thought this was really good. I think this is better than Tell All Your Friends, like musically, songwriting wise. I think this is better. I don't think it's as catchy as Tell All Your Friends. I don't think it's as catchy. I think
you're right.
They're making better pop songs, but damn, this one caught me by surprise. I was blown away.
I'm with you. I'm totally with you. I was pleasantly surprised with this listen. I had a ton of fun with it. I would for sure get it on vinyl. Like my top 3, I would definitely get on vinyl. Maybe Deja I would get if it was like $15. It was like $15.
Oh damn, you're going up in the world there.
Yeah, I mean, I like it enough. It's still a good record, but compared to my top 3, yeah, it's nothing. But
wow.
Yeah, and I already have Daisy on vinyl, so I just need to get Your Favorite Weapon and The Devil and God. But yeah, so do we have anything else on the rankings? Anything like that?
No, that's it. That's all I got.
All right, so thank you all for listening give us 5 stars, and go listen to the main episode because we are getting into the brand new album Daisy. So that's it. That's all.
Daisy, Daisy.